Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. We're here at Puzzle Wednesday. It's the very first Petal Crash bracket of the year. No real wrinkles this time. It's time for funny tug of war. And funny 3-chain into oblivion. I am Juicey. I'm going to be a streamer and permanent host for the night. And with me on comms, I have Deka Fumo Death Cult.
Hello, hello.
Roonespism. He's very shy.
Am I? Hello?
And
I thought I unmuted my microphone just in time, but I was a little late apparently.
no, that's okay. And you know, a couple others on deck. We also have it's Amelia SMB, Masa Queen, and Raz on TOing, and I believe backup comms. You're also comming tonight?
I'm comms tonight.
Alright. Well, that's team for tonight. We're going to be doing some funny Petal Crash gaming, and I'm up to bat to just get my teeth kicked in immediately by Raz. So, you know the deal. Pray for me if that's what you do. Wish me well. I'm not coming out of this one alive. I thought maybe I was thinking breakthrough and I've not played in a while. I still have some ideas. Maybe I can do something. No. I can do some neat 5 chains, but my tempo is shot. Alrighty then.
I'm sure you'll do just fine.
Fine.
Thanks for believing in me, guys.
It's fine.
I got the Dan skin. What can go wrong?
If you can channel the power of Dan in this match, then you may just win. Alright. We've got Raz starting on the sides and kind of building it into the center. Oh, actually, couldn't quite tell how Juicey's chain worked, but it was a nice chain, Juicy.
Thank you.
Just about enough to counter what Raz was doing, the scramble for the mid-game. Ooh, that's a pretty brutal... Is that a 3 or a 4 from Raz? But heavily branching at the end, making good use of that multiplier, and now Juicey's in a bit of trouble. Alright, some very efficient clearing there. All 1 chains, but now basically all of the garbage is gone. To be replaced with this fresh new garbage from Raz.
Yeah, that's how it goes, isn't it? Cool, you blocked
clearing
this.
Clearing all that garbage with 4 moves really was quite efficient, though. It was almost like you did a 4 chain, except one that counted the garbage after it happened instead of before. It's a shame you couldn't figure out how to do it a second time.
I try. I realized the one thing I didn't update. This isn't Grand Finals by any means.
No, it probably isn't.
Okay.
I had a look at how many people signed up. I think I did see more than 2.
Well, good job counting.
Oh no, counting past 2 is easy. It's once you get to about 5 or so where things start getting real tough. Alright, Juicy rotating the heck out of this chain, but it does work now. As long as he... Yes, I was about to say, as long as he knows which side to take it from, and wouldn't you know it, he does. Actually manages to beat Raz's opening.
I was able to clear Master while I was still actively playing.
Oh yeah.
That's just not the bar by any means anymore.
Hey, that used to be the most difficult story instead of the 3rd most.
You know, back in my day.
once again, the mid-game scramble has begun, and it seems like Raz is better at finding those mid-game 4 and 5s than Juicey is.
That's probably true.
Probably. He's still kicking for now. And actually that giant one chain rather. Counted a lot of garbage, destroyed a lot more, keeps him alive for a little longer. That's probably going to be the one that does it though, isn't it? Ooh, solid 3-chain from heavy disadvantage. I have spoken too soon. That's going to keep him alive for quite a while.
No, I think heavy disadvantage is still correct.
There are stages of even heavy disadvantage, where you used to be one move from death, and now you're one mover from death again. But there was a solid 10 seconds that you bought with that chain.
You know what? I'll take it. Oh god, is it versus 2 for start?
I believe it might be first to 2.
Dang, I'm dead. GG's. Ah. Yo, lobby's popping though. Love to see it. Okay, let's see where everything is in match calling at this point. Lopraito is just kind of warping around the room. Love to see it.
If Lopraito has mastered instant transmission since the last bracket, I'm gonna have my work cut out for me.
It's always a possibility. What is... Lopraito ran it, this game for ETA speedrunning event like a month ago, right?
Yeah, they ran it for RTA in Japan, and there was quite a bit of Japanese fan art of the game afterwards. They liked it.
Oh no, it's fantastic to see. You know, we were considering hopping into a game, but it looks like everyone's kind of resolved here, so we're gonna have to just vibe for a little bit until we get the next match on stream prep.
Yeah, seems like a lot of quick 2-0s.
Well, you know...
That's just how round 1 goes sometimes.
Yep. Which, you know what? That's fine, that's round 1. Round 1 is always a scrap. Every single time. Alright, we got DigiDigi and MIB6.
Ooh, this will be a good match.
Yeah?
I do
I'm
not know a single thing about MIB6.
Yeah, I was gonna
It
say.
is pretty good.
Okay.
They were one of the people who 2-0'd somebody quickly. So that's all I know about them. They're about as good as the other 3 people who pulled that off just a minute ago.
Okay, they're queuing up here. Let's get in there.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm new to this update.
I might be playing my game soon.
Okay, best of luck. I'm new to this update, and I absolutely love the little cherry blossoms flourish into the spectating options there.
Oh gosh, yeah, the transitions that Ashley and Nova worked on for this update are great.
Oh, absolutely. Like, this just has so
Really
much
good
more
game.
polish than when it originally came out. It might be
Oh
with
yeah.
a really rushed 3-chain start. They have pretty good chain theory. Had to cut that a little bit early.
Yeah, Digi has grown quite a lot here. They have almost no room to maneuver. And are just kind of forced to... Oh, they took a pretty good branching 4 out of that.
MIB has really good tempo. Like, it feels like the moment that the lock stun from any chain sequence is done, it's like, nah, I already have my next clear. It's not
Yeah,
usually...
they're definitely hopping on getting everything as fast as they can.
Like, it's not
And
particularly
it
hard
shows
hits.
they took a pretty decisive first stock there.
I think we had someone in server, they joined bracket today actually, ask about how important big chains are to this game. Like, they are nice, don't get me wrong. But man, tempo. Tempo is everything, and like, this is, well... And maybe a little bit on the back foot here, but they're also mash and grow like crazy.
Digi, like, stuck in about a quarter of their board right now. But, oh, mid... Oh, that's some really terrible garbage positioning. Filling every empty space on mid's board with more garbage. And, yeah, this is a really back and forth game.
There were a couple of times in defense where, like, MIB threw away a chain for a single clear, and I'm wondering if it's just the whole not pausing to really consider your options mentality. It's a fine thing when you have advantage. We're still only scrapping for the third stock here.
Yeah, though it looks like, yep, went Digi's way, so... Mib on last stock, and taking more hits.
I mean, if they take this to decision instead of top out, that's still pretty impressive.
Digi definitely has a lot of space to work with now, much different from where they were at the beginning of this match. So it looks like they've kind of slowed down a little bit, given Mib a little bit of an opening. But still finding some pretty decent chains. Don't do it.
Okay. Yeah, no. Like, the pressure was really strong to start with, but I'm wondering if there was just too many grow presses and suddenly not really realizing your real estate options there after a bit.
Yep. They both came out with fists flying and just kind of ran into a situation where they were both scrapping through garbage.
Hate to see it.
So Mib with the early 5-chain in game 2. Digi with a branching 4-chain counter attack. And both hits went through, so we might be in a similar situation here.
Yeah, Mid looking in more trouble than they were last time at this point. Digi's a little cramped too, but at least there's like far more options. Looking a little confused there.
Yep, this will be a good 4-chain from... Oh wow, what was that? The anti-rendezvous?
Okay. Yeah, Digi, a little lost in the weeds, but like, the amount of actual garbage they have is minimal. So all those cluttered resources still are resources.
Yeah, and they've just been sending big chain after big chain this round. And that's an overgrow. Digi moves on 2-0.
Alrighty then. You know, I'm so used to Fight Kid, I almost closed out of the game window here. That would have been embarrassing. Alrighty then, I think we should be seeing some of our round 2 settling down, and next stream match is going to be TinWild and darkslayerkl.
Oh, another interesting match. These two know each other outside of the game.
Really?
Yeah, it was Tin and Darkslayer who were the first two to have found Nightmare mode because I think Darkslayer found it and Tin cleared it first.
That's wild.
That's TinWild.
Hello,
But
Rune.
yeah, they're both quite good at the game. And I have to respect anybody who plays D&E. They're in match, by the way.
I should get over there. Okay. You guys are good to go. Believe in you.
Yep.
You can press that ready
You
button.
are.
There we go. Well, okay, there's the whole set. Let's go. Video game.
Oh, Darkslayer? Are you there? Oh,
Okay.
there they go.
Took a second, I guess. I was gonna
Might have
say,
been typing off screen.
it's like cutting the
Unfortunately,
chain, but that's
Tin
still
with
super
the
powerful.
immediate 25!
I love to lose in one punch. Okay, no, I'm wrong. We're seeing a little bit of cleanup, but boy, that's one hell of a hit to just tank.
Yeah, that's very, very unfortunate.
Okay. I mean, moves are being made, things are happening. I'm not having a panic
but-
attack, you are.
TinWild is so fast at this game. I feel like Tin is still probably the fastest Petal Crash player.
Really?
Once upon a time, their favored mode was to just challenge people to clear contest, where the object of the game is just go fast, and they almost never lost.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Darkslayer getting that little extra pedal on their chin there.
That's an interesting freeform chain by TinWild, just leaving most of the petals in the spawn locations and getting a 5 anyway. It's not their usual style, this is their usual style.
Oh gosh, yeah.
The green's in the top left as well, that was pretty clever.
Ooh, the tank can send from Darkslayer. It isn't even going to send that much garbage through. Scrapping on 5 for the last first stock.
They set up a good orange bouquet on the right there, Darkslayer I mean, but they could have set it off with the red trigger to multiply it a lot harder.
Yeah, I feel like we've kind of all learned a lot from the way Lopraito plays. I'm noticing a lot more like branching setups and less forcing change into certain setups in the way Tin is playing.
Shaping the meta for a game is kind of wild, TBH.
Yeah, I think they've come a long way for Petal Crash since, like, even this time last year.
It's true.
very decisive 2-0 for TinWild over Darkslayer there.
Okay. Looking at bracket, I believe that's all of well, no, it's not all of winners' quarters. You've not played your match against Lopraito. I'm assuming that's probably going to be called up soon, but let's patiently wait and see. We could always be due for a Juicy loser, seeing as I got my teeth kicked in quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, you should apologize to me.
I promise I will go slower next time.
That's still not going to be enough. Ah. You know, our stream match call is Raz and Lopraito.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Also, you know, peek behind the curtain here. Oh, oops, I actually left the lobby. I should... Don't peek at my password, everyone. Why did it kick me out? Why did it kick me out? Okay, cool. No, we're good. Wow. Oops. I was gonna say, you know, Petal Crash streams always feel a lot more chill to me, and I think a lot of that comes down to the lobby system. It's just cool to hang out here. It's fun to see a little guy. Mildest of side tangents, it reminds me how the new Grand Blue Versus update is going to have like a Fall Guys mode in the game lobby, and that's very silly and funny. But, into match, Lopraito sending, like, murderous power channel link 4 and still had 2 more links on it. Raz, not at disadvantage though, looking like she won out that trade.
No, Lopraito set up a very powerful branching extension at the end of the chain, but they spent too long extending out the trigger. So I believe even after all that time, it might have only been a 4.
Okay. Raz losing her footing on Tug of War meter here, and just waiting to accept all that damage. Oh,
and the funny thing is, now that Lopraito is not trying to build a ridiculous opener, they are just playing faster and more efficiently.
I mean, Raz still managed to take first stock, but also board state. Yeah. Not the hottest it's been. Still managing to attack on +2, but she is doomed to lose this stock, basically. Navigation room is basically...
Yeah.
You know how like an airplane where it's technically enough room for your body, but you're always going to be rubbing up shoulders against someone? It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like no elbow room whatsoever. And you don't want to look at the person next to you ever. And be like, hey, maybe could you scoot? No, that's too uncomfortable. Anyway, Lopraito taking round 1. They're up in the airplane right now. No one's feeling comfortable.
Getting a centaur onto an airplane sounds like a hassle.
Well, like, they take up an entire aisle themselves.
Yeah.
Because you have to go in lengthwise. If anyone wants to consider the logistics of that in chat, be my guest. I'll read it off later. Okay, Raz with a much better tempo starter. Okay.
Yeah,
Raito.
but this time Lopraito remembers how to build it all around the edge.
Yeah, there was a little scare there with the first 3 chain that he took not being able to offset it, but literally next move, and he got what he wanted. And now Raz is having a time.
Lopraito rotating that chain around to take it from the center, which is a little inefficient. and it means Raz gets to play for a little bit longer.
She kind of needs it. Okay, managed to offset all of that, which this knee-deep in just garbage, that's pretty impressive.
No, Raz is playing quite well from disadvantage here. The problem is that Lopraito isn't just creating chains, they are also cultivating the rest of their board while they do it. Although now they have truly cashed out. So if Raz can survive just a little bit longer here, then most of the storm is over.
Well, she has one last stock to keep trying.
And of course, it's better to have a giant checkerboarded mess than a whole bunch of garbage. So Lopraito is still in advantage.
Yeah.
And actually, here comes another big chain now. They finally managed to build one.
Raz.
Yeah, it's kind of... When your board already had a whole bunch of garbage on it, and now there's 20 all resolving at the same time, it's kind of difficult to do anything with that. One thing I like to do when I'm under heavy pressure is just kind of move around the board and say, okay, well this part's getting gummed up, so I'm going to go to this part instead. But if someone hits you with a branching 7 chain and then the entire thing turns to garbage at once, there's nowhere to retreat to. They have you surrounded, all of the archers are already pointed at you, and the cavalry that's coming to save you is nowhere in sight.
One thing I like to do under heavy pressure is cry.
Ah! I've never tried that.
Well, you know, it's always good to consider your options.
Okay, well I'm about to start a stream match against DG.
You know,
If DG ever puts me under heavy pressure, I might give it a try, see how it works.
alright. Please report back to me and let me know.
Yep, we are also in winter semis already, so it will be first to 3 from this point on.
No wait, sorry, first to 3, yeah?
Yeah?
That's right.
Okay.
Did she?
Rune setting up a very big branching 5 chain at the start.
I know, like,
Digi,
TinWild definitely seems to have the claim on just, like, raw speed, but I don't know, something about Rune's tempo just frightens me to my core. Because he has the added efficiency on there, like, everything that he's gonna do is gonna hit hard. Yeah, we're fine. Managed to take that chain around in
oh
different
wow.
ways.
Digi kind of getting stuck here, trying to find a way to break open that 2 chain.
I mean, Digi's still keeping relatively good pace, all things considered.
Yep. And Rune has just kind of gone into the, well, my opponent's in disadvantage, so all I need to do is keep pressing that advantage with small clears, and they'll eventually fold.
Yep. Otherwise, known as the, haha, I can 4-chain faster than you.
Basically.
Like, I think the lower end of what Rune's done on any of these clears has been at least a 3. I guess the moment I bring that up is when it starts to be a different story, but...
Yeah, but Digi was down to having 1 space open in a sea of garbage for a while.
Rune's also getting a lot more checkerboarded by, like, being on advantage and constantly pressing grow, but you know what? Advantage is
well,
advantage.
when you can hit 90-80, it stops being a problem.
Probably.
I forgot that spectators can now comment on during the little interstitial period there.
Excuse me?
You can move down to the text bubbles and actually say stuff.
That's cute. This all is very cute. A little synchronizing hiccups at the start here, but
Yeah, Rune might be having some internet issues.
yeah, that's the problem when most of your community is very international.
Digi has actually managed to hit Rune with a 20.
I am not seeing. I'm gonna hop back out of maps and back in, see if it does anything. Ah, no, I'm locked in synchronizing hell.
It's like watching a time lapse
Kind
of
of?
a plant grow.
Is this like how they describe things in Dragon Ball, where like it's too fast for you to like actually keep up with your eyes, so you see string random hits happening? Maybe?
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like.
It does feel like every time I blink my eyes, Rune's board becomes more terrifying. He's sending some good material, though.
Oh yeah, Digi
Some of
hit
it's actually
a
managing
big
to
hit.
stick, too, so...
And Digi far ahead on bar here, taking a stock.
Everyone out there is gonna really have to just take this as a radio show for this round, because... oh boy, it's not working right for me right now. Like, we're getting a half second of gameplay at a time before going back to the synchronizing screen.
It looks like Digi reading for a big hit here, and taking a little long.
Swinging back, though, that's a bit... The bar just, like, jumped way over to Digi's side. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think Rune's gonna take a
Rune-
stock there.
Rune definitely digging super fast to get out of this disadvantaged state. And pressing hard on Digi's.
I'm gonna try leaving one last time and seeing if that doesn't fix this up.
Big shot from Digi.
I mean, it's happening to me too. I'm just able to see in this 1 second little blips of action now and then. Digi having the advantage. Taking a stock? It's last stock.
Yeah, it's last stock, and Rune's board does not look pretty. There are a lot of petals
Actually, I think Rune
scattered
is
about.
locked out,
Actually, I
yeah.
think he's locked out. Yeah.
Rune, if you're still in chat here with us, go ahead and leave the cabinet for a minute and see if we can restart this. He's not listening.
Guess not.
He's probably
Rune
muted
is
himself.
deafened at the moment. Hopefully this game will be a little less jank.
Yeah, I'm wondering what happened there.
I know
Usually
Rune's
that's
been
okay.
having internet issues. But this one seems to at least be watchable.
Oh yeah, no, this is much
There
better.
we go. Rune mashing that grow button like it's the last day on Earth.
And this is a 7 chain? Oh no, it
cuts
broke.
a little bit.
Oh, but Digi's did not. Sends 15 back through. Rune cuts
Big
it down to
branching
4.
3-chain though. Gonna even it back out for Rune.
Yeah, just trading big blows at the start. I feel like Rune actually still got the upper hand there.
He finds a
I
way
think
to
he
do
might
it.
have
Oh,
overgrown
no.
himself a little bit though. This could be hairy.
No, this works.
Yeah. This is still a 3 chain. This will be alright. Especially since Digi wasn't quite ready to counter it. I think Digi is trying to wind up for hits that are a little too big right now. And Rune is taking advantage of that pretty heavily.
It's such a hard skill in like multiple puzzle games to really know just how much you need to close out a match when you have advantage.
Yeah.
And like it's a very common thing to like really want to ensure like, nah, I have to go in, I have to be extra, I have to make sure I win here, and then cost yourself because like you squandered what you had.
Yeah, greed is not always good, unfortunately.
I mean, it can be, but just, you know, it's really hard to get that contextual awareness of like when to really do it.
Yeah, Rune's just cranking out these back-to-back threes.
Yep. Digi getting some pretty good branching stuff on counter hit though. Rune's stuck in the corner, doesn't really have much to work with. And this would be where if Digi had been paying attention and just hitting Rune with some quicker 3s and 4s, he could actually have taken that stop. But unfortunately, Rune manages to still get a stock hit on Digi.
But he's overgrown.
Oh.
But he's overgrown!
Right, Digi's up.
Digi up 2-1. Rune, our defending champion from last Petal Crash bracket.
I mean this in the most polite way possible. Was Digi this cracked before and I just don't remember?
Kinda?
Huh.
Digi did win, our Tilt Controls bracket.
Impressive.
Oh no, that chain doesn't work! A very critical mistake, because now Rune has all the time in the world to just keep building.
That's the last thing you want to give Rune. Yeah, that was quite a sizable hit. Gonna land a lot of garbage on Digi's side of the board. That's another
that's
huge
20.
chain from Rune.
The sound you never want to hear when you're a player.
Just gotta be careful though. He's growing so aggressively.
Yeah, but there's like so much empty space. And it doesn't really look like Digi is in any position to kind of give much trouble to Rune. Just fighting to not be overgrown.
Yeah, Rune kind of seems on his revenge arc now.
Digi making moves just one move too early before the spawners drew in.
Yeah, Digi barely hanging on by a thread at this point, and Rune's gonna take it by stocks.
Yep,
Right, I mean, back to 2-2.
That was a fantastic point, like about what we had talked about. Closing out 3 chain, just throwing all the resources in one quick to resolve poke there.
Yep. Yeah, if Rune knows how to do one thing well, it is take advantage when they have the advantage. When Rune gets ahead, it is very hard to slow them back down.
Rune, Digi, stop. It's too much content. Excuse you. Oh, did not read the way he turned that around. Jeez.
Oh, I don't think yet.
Yeah!
I synchronized right before Digi's combo went off, and I do not think it resolved in the correct way. That's unfortunate.
Like, that has some big Eric Andre will be right back energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see Rune has already switched to just making 2 and 3 chains to counter what Digi's doing and stay ahead on bar as best he can. Although it looks like Digi's pushing back. Digi managing to both dig out and take stock, so maybe stabilized?
I think Rune got a little in the weeds himself, but you know what? He's coming back. He'll be fine. You know...
well, I mean, this is going to be a 3. That sets up that blue for the next chain.
Yeah, Digi has done a fantastic job digging out of that horrendous initial mistake, really.
Yeah, but on their last stock now. And Digi's board a little bit cleaner than Rune's, but Rune's still pushing 3 and 4 chains out despite all the checkerboarding.
Ooh, nice corner case from Rune, sneaking in that,
Really
2-chain
big,
double.
yeah, and a really big counter chain from Digi. Just haymakers flying back and forth this round.
I can see Rune, like, when he gets this deep into it, he almost has 20 degree AI just, like, panic surges once the chain is done.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, okay.
And just came down to Rune was just that tiny bit faster.
Man,
Yeah.
that's one hell of a match for just winner semis. This game is scary.
Yep, I'm going to play my losers round match, but the other side of winners will be just about as good, probably. Lopraito and TinWild.
Oh yeah, in many a bracket that would be a grand finals. If Rune weren't here to throw everything off.
Yep, stream is TinWild and Lopraito. Let's get in there. I think, honestly, the biggest thing going into this match is that Lopraito tends to have just impeccable mid-game. So if TinWild's going to take this, it's going to be from never being put into disadvantage, which is not the case right now.
Lopraito just gonna come out swinging with a 30 damage chain, offsetting all of the garbage from TinWild's opener, and then sending the same amount back.
You know, this is just... TinWild is the Chip Zen-up of this game. Can go super fast, but... boy... some of these hits are not meant to be tanked.
Oh my god. Another massive chain from Lopraito. I'm not used to seeing chains that big after, like, the initial wave.
I'm gonna single out Probably the hardest thing that Tin's struggling through right now, like I did learning this. It's really rough having to play around, knowing where your garbage is gonna grow in, and not be able to offset it until then. So you have the nerves just setting in. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be a cluster right here. I have a move that could theoretically clear it, but if I take it now, it does nothing. And if I wait for it to grow and it grows in over my move, it's like, ooh. It's an uncomfortable feeling. Okay, TinWild's struck first. And I did not see the wraparound. Lopraito, a little bit of tank to send action. Did not win that exchange by much, though. So this...
Yeah, that definitely felt like a case of the chains stopped scaling at 5, if I remember correctly, and I really think that was a big example of that coming into play, because TinWild kind of just put, like, 2 chains together in the time that Lopraito would put 1 long one, and the result was, like, 5 damage made it over to TinWild's side of the board.
Yeah. Now, we're a little bit further in, but like I feel like that's probably the closest we're going to get to a neutral start between these two. TinWild just a little bit on the unfortunate end of the battle bar there.
Oh, TinWild's having a little bit of trouble maneuvering around. Some of these garbage pieces are just placed really awkwardly, and the hit to tempo is really starting to add up.
TinWild can't take right wall because one of the yellows that's needed to set off has a red spawner underneath it, and we're only losing more board real estate on his side.
And now Lopraito just spent all of that time building up like a 7 chain. And once this 20 garbage hits, it's going to be, yeah, that's pretty much lockout.
Yeah, look, TinWild's momentum was just absolutely grounded down to a halt. Okay. Like, again, TinWild really needs the first move to stick. And he's in a really weird place because if he tries to build for it, Lopraito's likely to build it better. But if he goes for the preemptive strike, there's a solid chance that it's just going to be too weak to actually disrupt his main move. In that case, really, what do you do other than go faster, I guess? Unfortunate time all around, and Lopraito actually losing the first stock and effort to do this nearly full board chain here.
What if I took your 20 and threw it back on your board?
It only costs 1 of your lives. That being said, Lopraito bought himself much better board advantage for round 3 here.
Oh, that garbage for TinWild.
Tin
That
just
was
paused for a
terrible.
bit.
Because Tin was just like, what do I even do?
I
The
mean,
garbage was
understandable.
perfectly diagonal.
Like, the most obvious move was just like, no. Oh, yeah, that's... I don't think we're gonna make it to the next stock there. Tin's still fighting. Respectable. Love to see it. But also, just... oof. Like, we've seen some wild comebacks here, but there's not really the room for it in this set. Tin's just fighting to lose by decision. Alright. Well, you know what? No overgrowth. We take those. And that means that, Winners Finals queued up. We have to do my losers run soon, right? Depends, we'll see. Okay, well, looks like for right now, we're going to take a moment and talk about what's in store for Puzzle Wednesday. Currently, it's February 15th right now. You are watching Petal Crash. Wave hello, you're on the screen right now, metaphorically at least. So, we have our next bracket, the Nintendo slot, is going to be this Friday. And we are back with Dr. Mario and Tetris Mixed Match. If you are unfamiliar, this one actually is not a versus game in the sense of a lot of what we play here. Instead, it is more of a triathlon of the modes of the game. So you will be doing a score attack of Tetris B-type into Dr. Mario into Tetris A-type on a timer. And whoever gets the most points at the end of said timer wins. It's definitely a little bit of a different flavor change for us, but it's very fun. And well, if you've been around here enough, it's a certain someone on staff's birthday soon, and we're paying the Amelia tax, as one would say. So check that out. It's gonna be Friday, 8:30 p.m. EST. Gonna be a good time there. On February 22nd, we are debuting a little bit of a format change for what would normally be our mystery slot. We have the return of King of the Hill under the guise of the mystery playlist, where we will be doing different bracket formats with a bunch of different mystery games to try and really cycle through the ever-growing and terrifying list of games that we all like here. The theme for this one is going to be the Not Quite Columns collection. So, it's match 3 games that have diagonal chain theory. We've got Poito, we've got Oh My God, we've got one other that my brain is blanking on. Raz, do you know which one it is?
It would be Panic Bomber.
Panic Bomber, that's one I should know. That's one I played the most of those. But, we're going to be doing a King of the Hill format on that, and instead of the old way where, you know, a person would pick their favorite game and obviously just decimate and be on the cabinet, we are curating what the playlist is for that night. So check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun, and let's try something new. March 1st, we're back with a bag randomizer. It's our funny Tetris variety slot. We're doing Block Seed. If you've not played Block Seed, it definitely has a lot of Sega Tetris DNA in its handling, including funny one rotation button and basic rotations. But also it has really interesting damage patterns and calculations and, items. You can turn the game into a shmup. Not kidding. You should see what that violence is like on March 1st at 8:30 p.m. EST. Also, this one that I have queued up here is not necessarily one of our Puzzle Wednesday events, but we do have some friends of both the server and on staff running Landmaker for Vortex Gallery. That's going to be on the 18th. If you've not been around, Landmaker with us really ended up taking off in 2022. I do have to give a shout out for Protokami really pushing the game and the server beginning in 2022, and we definitely got some mileage bringing it out to events like CEO over the last year. So if you want to see what the hype's about, check it out. It's going to be a good time. And I believe that's everything on our Shill schedule for tonight. So let's see what we have next queued up from RTOs.
Probably Winners Finals, if I had to guess. We're gonna get Rune and Lopraito head to head.
I mean, fair enough. Waiting for the call now.
Yeah, unless we move to Juicy Losers, which
Nope.
is
Oh, we're
also
just.
a possibility.
I'm just gonna be running the gauntlet tonight. Alright, it's winners finals. We got Lopraito and Roonespism. So, you know, the run back. Yo, Petal crash? Okay, there we go.
Valentine, you're a horse. Oh my goodness, Lopraito! What did you just do? I saw a 4-chain happen and 2/3 of your board explode.
I think it branched twice.
Oh wow, watch this.
Oh my gosh.
And yet Rune manages to counter almost all of it. These two are playing co-op mode.
Yeah, that sounds appropriate.
Hey, no collusion.
I think the only colluding being done here is giving us a show.
I think unfortunately Rune's pace has slowed down a little bit after that explosive start.
Oh no, Rune. Rune backed into a corner. And Lopraito with just unlimited room to keep building. Oh my gosh, the 27!
Yeah, Rune gave like an inch, and Lopraito took a mile.
Y'all are too strong at this game.
Oh, what is this, like, 9 combo that Lopraito has popped off that doesn't even get to finish resolving before the round is over?
95.99. What in the world?
I reiterate, y'all too strong at this game.
So both Rune and Lopraito building big chain that loops around the bottom. Rune messes up. Gives it another go. But now the chain is blocked. Looks like he'll give it another go. Chain blocked again. Just a bunch of unforced errors on Rune's part.
The stress of having to keep up with someone like Lopraito.
Yeah.
Maybe tricking him into you don't have time to make sure you're not playing too recklessly. Rune putting in a hell of an effort to dig, despite these adverse conditions, but...
That was a very long first stock, actually.
Yeah, Rune's taking a lot of damage, because he's not quite able to... His board isn't in a state
Oh my
to
gosh,
let...
Lopraito with the 9 chain.
Oh, that's probably gonna be... Oh no. Maybe.
I mean, Rune with a 4-chain before his board becomes gray. Plucking the last fruits off the tree, as it were.
Still managing to sneak in 3 and 4 chains left and right as he digs through this horrendous board. Does clearing garbage count towards the bar or no?
No, it does not. The only thing that counts towards the bar are clearing petals. That would be an interesting consideration, though, if there was a mode where garbage did count toward it. But then again, there already is a mode where you can clear garbage like it's regular petals.
Or you can slide the garbage around?
Yeah, and match it. And it will just clear itself in one big chain. Silly Crash has some very funny modes.
Rune managing to fend off an overgrow, but Lopraito's pace is just proving to be a little bit much to keep up with. Oh, I got kicked out.
I'm not up.
Uh-oh. Match interrupted by a connection timeout.
Okay.
That
We're gonna
was
go to this cabinet because this one's working.
Yeah, the cabinet stopped working, that's all it was.
Mom, the machine ate my quarter. Call the manager.
So Rune with the 9 chain. What? That was a 20 through Rune's 4 chain? I didn't
Wait.
even see it. What did Lopraito do?
Wait, the game is happening? It just left me on the spectator start page. I thought we were waiting.
No.
The game is happening.
Lopraito is out here committing some pretty serious violence. Like, this is relatively even. They both have some garbaged out areas, but also, whew.
Lopraito out here committing atrocities against the EPA.
Kinda?
Rune definitely on the back foot again.
Oh no.
Actually, oh no, I was gonna say, looks.
Things can still happen here.
Yeah, but that's 19 more.
Wow, those 2 L clears really managing to do a lot of work at the last second. But this board is still so clogged up. Oh, and that little bit of that extra garbage coming in, sniping one of the links of Rune's chain.
I like how in all this crisis, Rune is still getting at least 2 chains for every single clear. Like that, man, that's still something.
Oh,
That-
Rune had a 4 chain lined up, and then it just collapsed into pieces as the garbage continues to roll in.
28.
Oh yeah, that's gonna
Okay.
be an overgrow.
And that will do it. 3-0.
Whew. Okay. I gotta play my match. I'm up against MIB6 mid.
Yep, Juicy versus Mib.
Well, we need to get them back in here. Oh, there they
Alright, good luck.
are. Thank you. Everyone in that needs to be here? I'm gonna assume yes.
Looks like it.
Hey, come in. Ooh. A nice start from Nib. With a funny
Yeah.
little backwards L.
Juicy also with a pretty nice chain. A
Mm.
good 5-chain counter. The only problem being that Mib just keeps making more chains.
Yeah, like I can trade one opener, but the follow up, jeez.
Like learning the one chain opener for a fighting game character, but not really knowing like how to link it into anything.
You learn the combo but can't land it.
Mm.
Or no, like you can land it, but you can't follow it up with anything.
Remember, kids, after your combos, you need to have your OP setups unlocked too. It's no good if they can just get right back up for free.
Yep. The only time that's fine is when you're playing Little Mac and Smash. As I get pushed by the local Little Mac player in our house.
Oh. Juicey finding a good 2-chain there. Fortunately, this damage rolling in is not being merciful. Options are quickly becoming limited.
Oof. Ah, GG's. Okay.
And that's the end of Juicy Losers, unfortunately. Oh, I'm up again.
Alright, let's see where we are in bracket. I didn't even get to change the stream name on that. Okay. There we go. Oh, jeez. No, Raz suffering pretty extreme violence here. We have a mid-board chain. Looking like Purple's gonna set it off, and Raz is not gonna reset Battle Bar yet, but we're not out of the game either. That being said, Darkslayer taking a little bit more time with getting higher max chains than Raz, but I think she can regain her footing and start to re-control neutral a little bit. Still surprised that we're only at... Oh... Didn't even get to put it out before I was proving wrong. Raz down another stuff.
The damage clogging up the board really starting to add up. Though that was a very nice swing back from Raz. Oh, the damage just eating the chain right as Raz is grabbing the last piece. Oh, and I think that's a lockout.
Okay. I'm a little surprised. Raz usually does better in disadvantage than most of our players here. That's not to say it wasn't good there. I just thought there was more room to take that back. It's early in the set, though.
There's definitely degrees to disadvantage. And
True.
Darkslayer was not leaving much room to breathe. Raz coming out with a quick 2-chain. That's just going to land 10 garbage on Darkslayer's side of the board.
I mean, you know what? Maybe that's what she needs right now.
Yeah, it's kind of gonna make. Oh no, the chain still works. So unfortunately, it's all gonna come back. Even with that fun rendezvous chain.
I don't really see any, oh my gosh, it's getting a little dicey here. I'm not seeing a lot on Raz's docket in terms of options. And I don't know that she sees much either right now. First blood against Raz.
Right, some nice 2 and 3 chains coming out of Raz, but the pace isn't quite there. Oh no! And I think Darkslayer has oh no, barely find their way out in time. Narrowly avoiding disaster, but giving Raz plenty of time to land a huge shot.
Okay, again, he's not dead, but Raz
are back to even on the board.
Yeah.
On the battle bar.
Raz had a couple of windows to close it out and just unfortunately did not come together quick enough.
Wow.
That should do it. That's
what a
24.
creative chain.
Even if this doesn't kill Darkslayer, this gives Raz so much more room to make the moves that she wants to make. And that's closing it out. Okay. 1-1.
A hard-fought match, that second game.
See, this is starting to look more like the Raz that I'm used to seeing on stream.
Sure where Raz's chains starts. Yeah, unfortunately getting stuck on the edge, the turnaround goes in the wrong direction. And, stopping to think for a second, because that mistake was rather costly.
Stopping to think is sadly a pretty fatal prospect, you know?
Yeah.
If a certain someone wasn't stuck in the retirement dimension, I feel like he'd have words on thinking. Okay.
Yeah, the that first corner turnaround in the opening really throwing Raz totally off kilter for that game.
Mm-hmm. Darkslayer is a much better opener there.
Yeah, Raz not really moving the same number of pieces around.
I suppose much better subjective. Raz only ended up like tanking one. But in that moment, it seemed more...
It sounded worse.
I think Darkslayer's not doing as many power chains ultimately, where Raz may be doing like shorter resolves, but getting more for it. Raz has a lot of materials, but like it's not resolving into anything. That's something.
There we go. Big 2-chain.
We need to decide first stock here really quick. It's gonna be Raz. Which, good, that's what she needs right now. Like, can't waste any stock, because that's...
Yeah, need that breathing room when you're on the back foot a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, definitely, making some progress digging out here. Actually, this could be a little hairy.
I don't like this. It's not making two chains to get out of here.
The pieces Raz needs are getting pushed around by the chains used to dig out.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah, Raz's board is basically cut in half. And with only half of the board as real estate to work with, it's going to be difficult to offset anything reasonably large that Darkslayer can send.
I mean, I can't count Raz out, but it's going to be a while before she can really start making intentional chains. Everything's looking just a little dire here in terms of setups. There's so many, like, spawners beneath Petals.
Darkslayers kind of clogged up their own board a little bit, though. So Raz has had a couple of seconds to catch her breath.
Ooh, that's a big one. Okay. Well, you know, sometimes getting lost in the weeds with spawners can have happy accidents like that. We love it when a little greed ends up paying off.
Oh, wow. And another nice... I think that was a 5-chain. And then a branching 3. Raz definitely making some swinging back towards the end of that game.
I almost wonder if she needs to live to build up spawners just to get like a landslide like that. I mean, probably not, but that's at least how that round played out.
Raz definitely seems better at managing the board once it's starting to become clogged up. The disadvantaged state and the later mid-game state definitely skewing in her favor. But the starts of these rounds and the immediate Oki afterwards trending in Darkslayers. So it's Raz is definitely winning the battle of attrition, but has to survive till that point. With chains like that, that's how you do it.
Okay, Raz looking to close out the first stock if we're lucky here. Seems like we're not lucky here.
Oh, barely coming down to the wire.
Yeah, Darkslayer has a lot more freedom here. Managing to get some spawners near Raz's bottom board, maybe we could see the same sort of thing happen as last set, but I don't know about that now. That's a big main chain.
Darkslayer doing a much better job this round of leaving enough open space on the board to move the pieces they need to chain into a combo.
Alright, this is really Darkslayer's game to lose.
Yeah, like, Raz has a lot of digging to do and not a lot of space to do it. Putting in a mighty effort.
True. Never let it be said.
And it's gonna go to Darkslayer on bar.
Alrighty then. And then we got the other side of losers round 3.
Alright, other side is Mib versus Rosenator.
Oops, my pad stopped working. Why? What did I do to deserve this? Please let me go. I can't. I need to restart really quickly, I guess. Sorry, guys.
Should have used tilt controls, I guess.
I can't move. Hopefully they are not too far into it.
Nope, they're waiting for you, actually.
They're messing
cycling
around
through
with
all
the
the
board
walls.
Bless.
Some of those look horrifying. I don't even know how you would play on them.
Oh, some of them are horrifying. Set 40 is the Joker's set, and like 38 is not much better.
Yeah, 40. It's like 4 triangular boards. That feels like not what you want to be dealing with.
Or it's not 38. It's the one that 37. That's the checkerboard. That is horrific. I don't know how you're expected to play on 37.
No, I don't.
Maybe you're not. Maybe that's the point.
No, I don't want to make a lobby. Get me out of here.
You have to make a lobby and then leave it.
I mean, that's on me. But also, oof. Okay, I'm back. Okay, we're good.
Are you Orchid?
Yeah. Mr. Driller Orchid.
Okay. Drill Orchid? Ms. Driller? Ms. Drillor?
Yes.
Can't decide if I want to root for or against the person who eliminated me. So instead, I will be an unbiased commentator.
I'm using none controls. Please. Actually, why did your game hurt me like this?
Wow, very nice chain from Mib.
I'm gonna say, Mib has really good consistency.
Yeah, they're quite good.
I forgive you, Ashley.
Oh no. Oh! Managing to find a nice little dig to get to that, that sandwich that Rosen had assembled up in the middle, at the bottom there. So definitely, definitely on the
Oh,
back
Rosen
foot here.
definitely needs to do something about that garbage incoming. Okay, drops it to 5.
Wasn't getting a little tangled up for a second there, waiting to, or trying to figure out how to.
Oh no.
Oh no. Barely manages to get that off before the garbage rolls in. But,
but now
I
that's
think
locked
there's no space left.
Oh, Rosen with a quick 3 chain.
Yeah, quick branching 3. Gonna land some rather annoying garbage on mid side of the board, actually. A couple of those blocks are in awkward spots. Oh, a 3x3 chain on Rosen's side of the board. The pieces sliding to keep forming L's after every match.
Can't believe L is real.
Oh, a nice little rendezvous chain, kind of, with for Rosen as well. But
Oh, no, Rosen,
that's
grow!
one too many grows. It looks like.
So touch and go now. And mid just having so much more time and less pressure. Oh, that was a nice little through the gap chain. Both players just really scrapping. But Mib that little bit faster, hasn't lost a stock on the bar yet.
Oh, and Rosen's looking a little bit clogged again. Doing a great job, like, maximizing the amount of garbage with, removed by every clear. But, unfortunately, the pace is just not there for the bar.
Yeah, Mib already there to take it.
Well thought. Rosen definitely doing a fantastic job of... Oh, wait, is there another one?
We're back
Yeah,
in the
there's
top
another
8.
one.
Oh, there's another
Still
one.
top 8.
Alright.
Hey, Ty.
Yo, Ty?
Our guy, Ty.
This is true.
I think Rosen getting a little overambitious on the starter, trying to play a little too quickly for their own comfort.
Oh no! I think a pretzel might have gotten on a fairy's keyboard.
These things happen.
Oh, this damage rolling in, and there's... There is not much for Rosen to work with here. Once again, doing a good job making the most of every clear to get rid of as much garbage as possible, but...
That is the trick to staying alive a long time, but again, just Nib is just so fast. They're there right away to refill all that garbage. The moment
just surviving is not going to be enough here.
Alrighty then.
And Nib moves on.
So we're into losers' quarters now.
Oh, I forgot about the Easter egg!
What are we talking about?
Rosen with the Easter egg.
You're gonna need to explain it to me.
They're respecting the orchid lore.
Sorry, 404 error not found.
Okay, Juicy, if you are an all lowercase orchid with default palette, all of your like on-screen notifications get turned to lowercase.
Oh, that makes more sense. Anyway, this is a run back. I believe we have Digi and Darkslayer, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, did they play in winner's side?
Yes, they did. I think so.
No, they
No.
did not.
Why did I...
Tin and Darkslayer played winner's side.
Oh well, my mistake.
Right. DigiDigi definitely out here swinging tonight.
Got a really big twisty chain building up. And so does Darkslayer.
Let's see who. Oh, unfortunately, Digi gets corner cased.
Yep,
The green's not going off there.
but it's okay. We have 2 garbage from that whole exchange. Okay, a little bit more for and the follow-up.
Wow, Digi with another 6 chain.
Ooh, wow, yeah.
With the way that last link moved all the way across the board, sometimes I have to question if a little bit of luck is involved, but if it works, you can't complain, right?
I don't know, I've been trying to make chains that go all the way across the board now sometimes. And I feel like Lopraito does too, which is part of why I've been trying to do it more.
Digi kind of getting snuffed by another corner case.
Oh no, Darkslayer has no petals!
But Darkslayer has nothing left to work with.
I thought this was Petal Crash!
Digi almost cracking triple digits here.
It became Garbage Crash. Juicy, get your cursor off the screen.
No. It's there for aesthetic flair. Don't judge me.
Oh yeah, see, Ty hasn't been playing Petal Crash because Ty's been playing the other fairy game.
Which other fairy game?
Panels.
Oh,
Panels.
yes. Yeah. Ty very good at Panel the Pond. Darkslayer's chain with all these blues and purples getting miffed by a corner case like 3 times in a row. Alright, Digi is Digi is not feeling much pressure right now, and they are using all of this room to put a lot of pressure on in turn.
Kai should play Soldam.
Soldam is a great game, actually.
Oh, absolutely.
What kind of games do you play? Fairy games?
Yeah,
Soldam, Petal Crash, and
No.
Tales of Fun.
Only the very best games here.
Does Warriors Woods count?
I think Wario's would count.
There's a fairy in it.
Okay, it only half counts because you only are in fairy time half the time.
Wow, what a starting chain from Digi.
Wow, and poor Darkslayer's chain broke!
Oh, all that garbage rolling in. You hate to see, like, a 3x3 of garbage, because that's so hard to dig through.
I'd rather see it in, like, magical Tetris, where I can clear it out really easily.
Darkslayer's still finding some solid chains.
Oh,
pressure
Digi with the double throw. I'm not sure that was intended, but it won't hurt them more than just taking a stock hit that I don't think they meant to.
Well, when it comes down to the wire like that, you love to snipe a stock.
Oh, and this is a 6 chain from Darkslayer. 17 garbage. Down to 5, but that's still a pretty good tempo advantage.
To that first game, I had thought this was going to be a pretty swift match in Digi's favor, but Darkslayer definitely out here to prove that that's not the case. Finally digging through most of that garbage on the left side. Right as Digi decides to send a little bit more. But, 2 points up on the bar.
Yeah, Digi down 2 stocks. Surprisingly, considering they seem to have been ahead in the game most of the game.
Yeah, it's been a really funny
on the back foot.
Yeah, it's like a really interesting case of Digi is winning the battles and losing the war.
Oh no, Darkslayer, no!
Oh no, blocked out. You hate to see it.
Lockout!
Yeah, Darkslayer actually having more clears than Digi in that match.
Alright, we got TinWild and I believe mid.
Yep, other half were losers' quarters. TinWild versus mid.
video game.
Alright, we are in. Mid with a quick chain. Tin just calmly saying, I accept this garbage, to counter-attack with a 5 chain. Both of these players so fast. But unfortunately it seems Niv getting filled with garbage instead of petals. And that's a lockout. TinWild, a well-known fairy respecter. I think they've always played the Libri since online came out.
Pretty much. Really one of the only fairy reps in top 4 or top 8 consistently.
Yep.
Otherwise it's pretty well dominated by horses.
Amelia was also a fairy rep.
True, true.
Cheerio palette number 9. That is unfortunate, yes.
I don't get it. That's me though, I'm uncultured. Okay, I did not expect that to work out the way it did. I will always appreciate this game having like Puyo levels of messy guessings on how like chains are supposed to work. It's like you have a good idea, like, yeah, this is clearly the trigger, this is how it's going to resolve, this many links, and then like something just hits you out of left field completely. You never see coming. Okay, what's the opener looking like this time? Funny Giant Blue. Big T. And TinWild losing that trade for it.
Yeah, but this is just a tank and send. To send 12 right back through. And not only that, Tin has a massive chain lined up.
This is true.
As a follow-up. Oh, wow! The TinWild 5-chain show here. Gosh!
Mid, mid doesn't have a lot of operating room there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well then.
Can't believe a fairy just shoved a horse in a locker again.
Well, you know, retribution may be coming down the line. You never know. Taking a look, that puts us in loser semis. Digi's sitting in there right now.
Yep, loser semis, Digi versus Tin. Winner fights Rune. And winner goes on to face Lopraito in Grands.
Alright, let's huddle around the cabinet.
It's the blue mascot face-off. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Digi getting hit with garbage right at the entrance to their chain. Having to cut it short. Makes the best of it with a 4-chain. Oh, dude! That blue petal flew all the way across the board to fill in the link.
Things definitely working a bit grim on Digi's side of the board, though.
Oh my goodness. Tin is just repeatedly like setting up his board so that like half of it flies together and clears all at once and just buries Digi.
Indefinitely. Definitely on that. So anyway, I started blasting with 104, 103.
Remember when triple digits were a new thing for that category?
Oh my gosh. They're still not commons. Oh, Digi getting hit with the backwards corner. Ended my tournament run.
Okay, Digi
Nice
getting out a good
V-chains
hit.
from Digi, but unfortunately, TinWild is just going wild.
Yeah, playing a little slower this game, though. Isn't quite constant 5 chains.
Ooh, nice offset from Digi.
Yep. Oh, and a nice comeback. Both players pretty even right now.
Digi's slightly in favor on the bar, but... I could
Yeah,
change
but also
it
down
any
a stock,
second.
so... This game definitely could swing either way.
You know, this stock slowly falling out of Digi's favor.
Oh, wow, yeah,
That is a
chain.
huge
That is
chain.
a
this late in
massive
the
chain.
game. right as the stock is about to... Or like, right... Popping off with a chain like that right at the end of its stock really is a rough way to,
Digi hanging on for dear life with that 4 chain. Bar just about even again, but Tin with 2 garbage blocks on his board. And that will do it for game 2.
Digi definitely, throwing a little bit of a wrench into TinWild's play there, but not enough to pull into the lead.
Oh my goodness, Digi! Throwing 17 back through Tin's opener.
And then following it up with 5 more. The Oki is real. And then immediately offsetting the garbage that Tin sends. Exactly, too, which is really funny.
Petal Crash sure is happening.
This might be exactly what Digi needs. The momentum has shifted a little bit into their favor.
Yeah? If they can keep up this pressure, or at least prevent Tin from overwhelming them with pressure.
Wow!
Yeah!
This is
Perfect
just
counters
like
repeatedly.
a slugfest. Just going shot for shot.
Oh, but that garbage hit from Tin at just the wrong time. Digi missing out on the reds at the top of the board, and they're locked out.
Oh no! After such a good start to that round, TinWild just really sneaking in that cross counter.
Alrighty then. Bracket progression time. Whoa! We're in
Alright.
losers finals.
Finals.
Ready for a wild time.
Losers finals, and what do you know? It's our first seed versus our third seed. So we've got the top 3 and top 3.
And we had top 4 and top 4, and I think top 6 and top 6.
Yeah. Yep.
We know how to do this.
Alright,
Probably.
red versus blue. Rune versus TinWild. These two been playing against each other pretty much since Petal Crash Online came out. I don't actually know who holds the series advantage, but it's very much a meeting of two different playstyles. Rune, the slightly slower, more methodical play, versus Tin, the much faster and now just heavy chaining playstyle. Good gracious.
It feels so funny hearing someone call Rune's play slow and methodical. Because by no means does that mean Rune is a slow player.
You
His
know,
Oh,
pace-
absolutely not.
His pace tends to be blistering fast.
He's taking it
As is.
a tactically slow 85 miles an hour.
Yeah, calling runes slow and methodical in this context is isn't really a, like, derision of rune's pace, but more an overwhelming compliment on TinWild's blistering speed. And that is a nice chain coming from inside of the board. Ooh, that checkerboard, a bit unfriendly looking.
Yeah, and you see Tin already out ahead with the first stop. And almost no garbage in places that matter.
Wow, the two chains went off at exactly the same time, I think, and TinWild managed to send two more garbage than Rune did. Oh, a nice power 2 offsetting that whole chain from TinWild. And Rune is definitely making moves to fight back here.
Oh, Tin pushed up against the top edge of the board.
Oh yeah,
Almost
this is...
no room to work with.
Oh, that's enough. That
that's-
garbage is...
Yeah,
That's lockout. Oh,
And-
the garbage comes in with literally on the last move.
both players sending quick threes at each other.
Rune's first chain's slightly larger than TinWild's, but neither player really able to put together something truly horrifying.
But Rune has a follow-up that kind of is.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh, and it hits TinWild's board right as they're making a move, and just immediately lands. We're doing a very good job of, like, tank and sending.
Yeah, an interesting caveat is that Rune did much more damage to Tin's board there, but lost the stock for it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's Penny, right? The one with the horn?
Yep.
She's going into overdrive.
I was excited to have another slideshow round.
Also, I think the one with the horns is Strelitz.
No, the megaphone. But yeah.
Oh, I think that purple push from Rune might have been ill-advised. Didn't immediately take the garbage and takes a hit for it, and a stock. And doesn't have an easy way of setting off this chain the way he wants.
Oh no, this... I don't know how Rune turned that into a 2-chain. I blinked and suddenly there were different colors where there shouldn't have been. Oh,
but
this board
is...
state is very, very rough though.
Oh, this is so terrifying. It's overgrown. TinWild, one game away from meeting Lopraito in Grands. Rune still standing in his way. Oh, Rune getting corner cased. Sends a bit of garbage back Tin's way, but definitely on the back foot there. Oh, the garbage eating Rune's trigger. But Tin not having much of a chain to take advantage of it. Dueling 5 chains. And both boards in bad shape. Rune one move from lockout. And then finds a 5 chain despite all of that.
And another huge branching 3 chain. Oh, that was a very creative use of the corner case to make that L chain work.
In with a 3 chain of their own, Rune with a power 2. This really feels like a DBZ fight where they're just flying into each other, both flying away, regrouping and coming back for another go. Rune up 2 stocks to 1 now. Oh, Tin's chain trigger getting blocked. Oh no, all these garbage spawners! Just too much pressure from Rune.
210 clears in a 3-minute match. Very impressive.
Alright, this one's for all the marbles in loser side, who will go on to grand finals. Oh, that's such a weird corner case that Rune ran into there.
Still manages to come out on
case.
top, though. But just barely.
Yep, Tin just barely having time to get this chain off in time. Oh, the garbage throw in. Forcing Rune to take the hit before he could clear his chain. And once again, Rune down in stocks early. Unfortunately taking more hits. But finding a 5 chain through it?
Wow, what a chain. That one was all over the place.
And a counter 5 chain. Oh, this doesn't work.
Yeah, corner
The
case in the
extra
wrong
green
direction
grew
for
in and
once.
broke Rune's chain. Oh wow, such a powerful 4-chain from Tin.
That blue coming in from downtown. But Rune's board is looking a little tight on space
Yeah.
here.
Definitely not much room to breathe.
Oh, and all this garbage landing is kind of
it
gonna
ate
spell disaster.
All of Rune's petals. There's nothing for him to do. He's just forced to dig on the defensive.
Yep, and that gives TinWild enough time to steal the battle bar.
With another 102, 104 game.
Now, once again, off to the races.
Alright, is it Funny Grand's time? It's Funny Grand's
It
time.
is Funny Grand's time.
Let's do the thing. Let's do the thing.
Lopraito and TinWild in Grand Finals. Both players setting up pretty similar extra large chains here at the start. TinWild. Oh my gosh, Lopraito, a 27 on a 4-chain!
How does the math on that check out? That doesn't sound possible.
That it must have been at least like 34 or 35 petals. It was big.
TinWild not letting it phase him, though.
Yeah, took the hit
Still-
in stride.
Still off to the races.
Yeah, took the hit in stride and is actually, like, reasonably close on the bar. Despite losing that stock, didn't lose it by much. And finding enough to get a 14 hit back through to Lopraito.
Yeah, for better or worse, spent the last part of that bar assembling that chain. So that extra time cost them the bar, but the hit has definitely clogged up Lopraito's board.
Yeah, getting a big chain through there, but Tin ready, counters it, takes the stock. Oh no, TinWild's chain breaks. That's gonna put them a little bit behind in tempo. Oh, but they counter with another chain right afterwards. Who cares if my chain breaks? I'll just make another one.
Buy one, get one free. These hands.
Oh, Tin greeting too hard! Loses his entire chain.
Oh, and there goes the whole board.
A whole board.
And that is not really a state you can come back from.
Just stretched a little too far into the flames. Got the fairy's wings singed. Juicey, did you not update the scorecard on the board?
Oh, dang, who called me out again?
Rodney.
Rodney, you're banned.
I didn't think we had ban levels anymore.
No, specifically for him.
Oh, Tin's getting corner case. That's gonna cost him big time. Takes
Oh, so that's
15 on the chin.
Yeah, that Lopraito had quite the wrapping labyrinthine chain across their entire board.
Yeah, Lopraito is so good at making these chains that just go all over the board and also incorporate just about every petal on it. It's actually kind of crazy. And yet, Tin taking first stock to 5 on the bar. But in such a dicey situation, I'm not sure you can come back from this. Especially
Ooh,
not
and
with
that
the
damage
garbage.
landing.
The garbage is just eating slowly more and more of Tin's board away.
They're doing it. Oh, and that's 30 more.
34 garbage.
It's hard to come back from that. Yeah, and that's an instant lockout.
My personal rule is if I take a hit that is more than half my boarding garbage, I basically have died.
Y'all are too good at this game.
So Lopraito, tournament point. Can TinWild stretch it farther? Lopraito sending the chain quickly. It's 26. Tin with the tank and send. It's 29!
Wow! Rare to see Lopraito with this much damage on board, but I guess it was a creative tank and send from TinWild. Considering how well TinWild's been playing though, this might be the mix-up required to swing the match back in their favor.
Oh wow, the powerful 3-chain. 15 from a 3-chain is a lot of garbage.
Unfortunately, Lopraito gonna offset almost all of it.
Yeah, but the garbage that did land was in a really nasty spot. It broke the third link of Lopraito's chain and forced him to cut it short.
And Lopraito's only able to squeak out 1 and 2 chains right now. Oh no, but
Yeah,
TinWild's
but so
out
is
of space.
Tin is greeted down to the point where there was nothing left for them to do either.
Board states in this game change so fast. You look away and
Ooh,
Right.
another powerful 3-chain, but a powerful 4 to
big
counter it.
offset from Lopraito. It's gonna match it perfectly.
Battle Bar at 5. TinWild sneaks another hit in. And that's an overgrow!
Right, TinWild on the board.
On to game 4. still anybody's match. Oh, TinWild here with a massive... Oh, but it accidentally clears! Makes, I think, the smart decision to tank and send. Gets a 12 hit through. Will slow Lopraito down a little bit, but that was still a big hit to take. Is there even enough room to come back? Doing their best. Lots of 2 chains. Oh, I think that waiting for just a few seconds there might cost them. It cost them the stock at least, and cost them 14 more garbage. 15 more from Lopraito. Lopraito just is swinging for the fences, trying to get those last few big hits, get the last stop on bar. Can they take the tournament home here? Another branching 3 chain, they're ahead on the bar.
Tin just has so little board space left to work with. Oh, and that
yeah, the garbage
eating up.
Their purples. Just being denied resources at every turn. Slightly ahead on bar here, pushing out to 8, 7. And that'll do it! Lopraito with the perfectly timed hit. Takes game 4 on bar and wins Grand Finals 3-1.
TinWild can take home a little bit of a personal victory, though, breaking 100 like 3 times.
Alright, good games. Thank you to everyone who came out and participated tonight, watched. We'll be back with Petal Crash in about 2 months' time. You know our alternating schedule. But, speaking of our schedule, let's just do a quick primer on what we have for the rest of this month. Outside of us, we have some friends, both in staff and other servers, putting on Landmaker for Vortex Gallery. If you're not aware of Vortex Gallery, it is an offshoot of old Anime Evo, or Anime Evo as it's called. And there's just many online tournaments. Deka over here actually just got finished with Azumanga Daioh Puzzle Ball for that sometime last week.
Yep, last Sunday.
Yep, but nah, good to hear it. But Landmaker definitely kind of popped off in 2022 between our server and a couple of FTC spaces, so check it out, see what the hype's about. That's going to be on the 18th. And back to our schedule. Hey, you were just here for Petal Crash. Why did I forget what game we were playing? Petal Crash. Wave High, that's you on the screen right now. On the 17th, this Friday, for the Nintendo slot, we are doing Dr. Mario and Tetris Mixed Match. It is a funny score attack triathlon. You do Tetris B-Type into Dr. Mario into Tetris A-Type. And the highest score at the end of the timer wins. Check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. February 22nd, we're starting some new ideas with what was the mystery slot. It's now the mystery playlist. We are doing a King of the Hill with a thematic through line, not quite columns, aka games that use diagonal chain theory and match 3. We've got Poito, Oh My God, and Panic Bomber. It's going to be a good time. Check that out. And hopefully, given the changes in format, we will see a much more competitive and less lopsided King of the Hill from now on. So check that out. It's going to be cool. And a little peek into March On the first, we are back with the bag randomizer slot. It's our mystery Tetris. And if you've not played Block Seed before, it definitely shares some Sega Tetris DNA. There's a lot of the same tech. There's a lot of the same one rotation button. But what makes this different is how damage works and that there are items. Did you know you can turn the game into a funny shmup for a couple seconds? It's kind of crazy, TBH. And that is our lineup for the rest of February. I'm going to go see if we have a puzzle friend to raid. You know what? We have Betty B Plays G's from Dr. Mario Championship Community doing well.
I like how
Dr.
I like
Mario.
how somebody has joined the lobby named Mixed Match and said, "I'll be around on Friday."
We do good bits. Unfortunately, their message is not quite seen, so you're gonna have to take your word that they're in there. But yeah, no, let's all give Betty a little bit of love and support. And Raz, you have a raid message in mind?
Why not just Petal Crash?
I suppose Petal Crash works. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in tonight, and we will be back soon. Friday, even.